give people a few moments to see if anyone is going to join me live. I'm about 3 minutes early here before 2, and I've got roughly about half an hour here, so I will start shortly, but hopefully some people can join on live. And if you are joining me in live, say hi so I know that you're here. I'm seeing that I look very tired, hence why I'm needing to wear glasses, also because I need to see my screen, but it was a long night last night. We're beginning sleep training 101 in our house tonight. I've been trying haphazardly, the word is, haphazardly for a little while, but I actually hired a sleep consultant because I'm done. So I'll let you know what the results of that are. I'm seeing some people coming in live, so welcome. I'll give everybody else a couple of seconds here. I'm going to be speaking today about the lifelong vitality supplements and just about my experience with those and how I felt that they've helped me. So I like to share that with everybody else in case you're wanting to feel those same benefits that I am, and in case you're experiencing some things that you would no longer like to experience. So I think we've got about 5 people in here live. As I'm going along, feel free to post questions, and if I see them, I will stop and answer them and read them, and if I don't see them live, then I will go back in and answer them after, okay? So welcome. Here we are talking about LLV. So LLV stands for Lifelong Vitality Pack. It is a package of supplements that's available through doTERRA, and the actual package is actually only available through ordering LRP every month, okay? So you can order them separately. I'm gonna show you what the bottles look like. So this is the Alpha CRS Plus, this is the E Omega, and this is the Microplex. So it comes in a box with the 3 in it. You can order them separately if you're not on LRP, but it's way more expensive to do it that way. So just to give you an idea, as a pack, it's about $84 US, and to order everything separately, it works out to roughly around $163 US. So definitely a huge savings ordering it through LRP. And if you watched my LRP video this week, then you'll have an idea of the benefits of that and why I would choose to order them that way, in addition to just them being cheaper. So the directions indicate that you're to take 2 of each one of the supplements twice a day. So what I typically do is I'll take them with breakfast and with lunch. I always recommend to people that they take them with food, and for me, if I don't, I get a ton of reflux and I just feel yucky if I don't eat with them. So I take them right to the table with me, or if I'm out somewhere, I have them right with my lunch, okay? So when some people begin taking them, they might opt to just start with a half dose. So just do 1 of each twice a day, and then try that for a couple of weeks, and then you can increase. And I know some people just do a half dose all the time, and that's totally fine. I like to get the full benefit, so I take the whole shebang. But if you'd like to try it and stretch it out a little bit longer over 2 months, you could totally just do half a dose. So when you order the LLV pack through your LRP, one nice option is that you get to add in 3 additional supplements at a discounted price. So that could be anything from ordering your probiotic to your children's supplements, which is really nice. So there's a children's supplement pack that comes with their multivitamin that is a watermelon flavor, and Delaney really likes that. They've reformulated it recently, and she likes it a lot better than the old formulation. And I know some adults, Lisa Bandman, that like to take the children's one as well. And the children's pack comes with a omega supplement as well, which is really nice, and it's orange flavored. If you've ever taken the like liquid omega supplement that you take on a spoon, they can be very fishy tasty, and this tastes completely like orange. So it's a nice thing to add into smoothies and things like that. But we can dive further into kids' supplements another day. So LLV is currently only available through the States, and basically the most recent information that I've heard about that when I was at a convention thing in the summer was that because our regulations in Canada in terms of natural products and supplements are different than they are in the States, they're still, you know, trying to work through getting them here into Canada, but currently they're only available in the States. But as I've mentioned lots of times, ordering through the US versus Canada, it's no different in terms of the pricing. You're just paying a little bit more to ship out of the US, and the shipping takes a little bit longer. But if you're ordering through LRP, then you get all of your shipping costs back in points anyway. So in terms of the actual product price, it's a wash. It's exactly the same with the current exchange rate. So why supplement? So I'm not a doctor, clearly, even though these are quite doctory glasses, maybe. But I know my body, and I know that when I supplement, I feel a lot better. I eat really healthy, generally speaking. I'm not someone who eats a lot of processed food. I don't eat like junk food typically, but I do lack in certain things, one being iron for sure, and one being B vitamins. And that has a lot to do with the fact that I don't eat a ton of meat, almost none. I would say I'm probably about 80% vegetarian, and I'm not great at remembering to supplement in other forms of protein and iron and things like that. So I know that I need supplements, and I feel better when I take them. And I think for just the general population, I would be surprised to hear of someone who feels like they eat you know, a rainbow of color every day and enough of each of the nutrients every day to not need to supplement. So that's sort of my opinion about it. And again, it's just my opinion. Omegas, so one of these supplements is an omega, and omegas are really hard to get actually through your diet because they're so specific to, you know, certain foods like fish. Some people don't like fish at all and never eat it. Things like flax seeds, those sorts of things. So if you're not regularly eating those things in your diet, the amount of omegas that you're probably getting is minimal. Omegas are important to many systems in the body, specifically, you know, cardiovascular function, brain health. You'll notice, you know, lots of talk with omegas about your skin, your hair, your nails. They're super important, especially in the winter time. I'm going to have to pause for a second because I have a crying baby. I will be right back with her. Say hi to the people. A little bit of bedhead. Benefits of a small house is we're all on the same level here and not far away. So Ellie is here to join us for today's, you're a little bit of a mess with your hair for today's video. So I know that when I supplement and I feel better, and I know that spending that money every month is an investment in my health, and it's an investment that I feel like I deserve and is worth making. So that's why I supplement. So what comes in the LLV pack? So I showed you what the bottles look like. So I'm just going to quickly go through, not all the nitty gritty details. I'm going to post a PDF where you can read through everything in terms of what's in them. And if you wanted, for example, to bring it to your doctor so that they could have a look through it, then you're more than welcome to do that, okay? So the first thing is the Microplex, which is this guy. And it is a balanced form of essential vitamins and minerals that are bioavailable. So bioavailability is basically just, you know, the body being able to actually take it in and process it. And a lot of vitamins and things that are on the market are actually not bioavailable. So we're kind of taking them and wasting our money because they're basically just being excreted out through urine and whatnot. Same thing with foods. There are a lot of foods that, you know, we might take and they're not necessarily being absorbed into our bodies. And for someone who struggles like myself with iron deficiency a lot, that can be an issue. So that's the microplex. The alpha CRS is this guy with the purple label. So it contains polyphenols that I'm sure that you've heard that word before. If certain things like, you know, red wine and dark chocolate and all those sorts of things that we hear are good for us to eat, they're basically things that can help to protect the body from damage and damage at the cellular level. So it's not something that would necessarily be part of a typical supplement program, because you would really just be taking something like the food nutrient complex. So it's something that is very different from what I've ever taken before. And then the last thing is the omega supplement. So as I mentioned, this is something that's really hard to get through your diet. And if you're not typically eating things that contain omegas on a regular basis, you're likely missing out on a lot of those benefits. So very important for circulation, brain health, your skin, your hair, your nails, all those sorts of things. So I began taking this pack when I was pregnant with this little puppet, and she's not really impressed here. And I was taking about a half dose. People will often recommend that if you're choosing to use these as a prenatal vitamin, that you would need to supplement with additional folate. But that's something that you obviously would talk to your doctor about. I felt totally confident taking these during my pregnancy. The only thing that I struggled with was during both my pregnancies, I had, really wicked acid reflux. So if I did not take these with food, I was, burping them up, which was not delightful. But I just found they gave me a little bit of an additional reflux. Other than that, I had no issue taking them once I got past that nausea period at about, 20 weeks. So a little bit about me and my pregnancy. During that time, if you know me, you know that I was dealing with quite a bit of stuff personally in my life. There's lots of people in this group now who have been added by other people and may not know all of these things about me, but during my pregnancy with Ellie here, my mom became sick with cancer, and I was looking after her quite a bit in the hospital, so it was constantly, in and out of the hospital and around all those germs and things, in addition to some other personal things that were going on. And I wasn't sleeping at all, and I didn't get sick at all. And typically, when your body's under that kind of emotional stress and you're not sleeping and all those sorts of things, that's typically when, it gives out on you and you end up coming down with something. And I couldn't believe that during that entire time, I was healthy. I was stressed, but I was healthy. So to me, that was a huge sign of how important these were to my body. So I've continued to take them throughout the entire postpartum period and take them every day without fail. There was 1 month that there was a bit of a lapse between when I finished my vitamins and when my next month's order arrived. So I think I had about 10 days or something where I wasn't taking them, and I could not believe the difference in terms of how I felt. I felt scattered, I felt foggy, my anxiety was a lot higher. I didn't have the kind of energy that I do typically. And I feel like I've recovered really well from my pregnancy, and, the fact that we're not getting a ton of sleep these days. Had I not been taking these, I don't think I would have been functioning the same way that I am now. So our household is, busy. My husband works easily 6 days a week, and the two of these munchkins here are busy, and I'm building a business at the same time. So I need everything that I can get in terms of extra energy and support, and I feel like these give that to me. And I don't need to, personally, I don't feel like I need to apply things like On Guard every day because I'm not getting sick. When something's going on, I will do that for extra support, but these two, Delaney and Ellie, had, whatever that virus was going around over Christmas time, and I didn't catch any of it. I didn't even get a sniffle. And I haven't been sick in so long, and I do truly attribute it, you know, partly to diet and exercise and managing stress and all of those things, but to taking these supplements for sure. So some things that I've noticed beyond not getting sick is just a general feeling of balance. I feel like when I do get, you know, feelings of anxiety or stress, I can manage them much better. And that's partly because I've found tools that I like to use. So listening to like motivating podcasts or reading or using my oils, those sorts of things. But I definitely do manage it a lot better. My skin is a huge factor in which I've noticed how amazing these are. So when I was pregnant with Delaney, I broke out like my whole chin, all over the place. And I remember feeling like I never wanted to go anywhere, because, you know, it's sensitive when you're dealing with skin issues. And anytime I see that happening with someone, I feel badly, because I know how awful that feels when you're going out places and you feel like you have to, you know, cake your face in makeup. And when I was pregnant with Ellie, I didn't have a single breakout like that. And, you know, I will also attribute that, to the skincare that I use, which I'll talk about at another time, but definitely the vitamins. And through this postpartum period, for myself, when I don't sleep, that's typically when I break out. As soon as I've had a bad night's sleep, I will wake up with a breakout, and I'm not getting them at all. So to me, that's almost priceless. Another thing that I've noticed during the postpartum period is my hair. So, which needs to be colored right now, but that's another story. When I was going through postpartum with Delaney, so somewhere around 5 months, my hair was just coming out. You know, when I was blow drying it, it was all over the floor. And with Ellie, I did notice that a little bit, but it was definitely much less, and it did not last as long. And when I went to the hairdresser last time, she said, you know, you can see little places where it's a little bit more sparse, but along my hairline right now, I can't even wear my hair back because there's so much new hair growth. It looks ridiculous. So that's something I've definitely noticed. And my nails are stronger. My skin's not as dry. I've noticed that this winter, that typically, you know, you get little dry patches on your face and your hands feel really dry and things like that. And I haven't noticed any of that. And just general, that sort of feeling of fogginess. I'm not sure if any moms out there can relate to that, but that overall sort of feeling of just kind of floating through your day, I've found that that has diminished quite a bit. So when I actually get some sleep, I'm going to be like Superwoman. And I just feel like I have more energy in general. So the supplements come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I hate saying it that way because it sounds like an infomercial, but I think it really shows how much the company believes in their product. So you have the ability to take them, and if within 30 days you don't feel those improvements, then you are more than welcome to send them the box back and they will reimburse you. So a little incentive. So for those of you who are watching live, or if you're watching the recording, if you are enrolled with me and on my team and you are taking these, or if you're in my group and you're not enrolled with me, it doesn't make a difference to me, and you are taking these, I would love you to post your experiences in the comments section. I know that some of you have done this already, so what I would ask that you do, if you don't want to retype it all, is see if you can find your comment and just copy and paste it in so that other people can read your experiences, because it's all fine and good to hear mine, but people love to hear multiple perspectives. So for people who fall into that category, I will choose a name randomly once everyone's had an opportunity to do that. I will give you until the end of the day. What's today? Thursday, the end of the day tomorrow. And I will draw for someone to win a bottle of the Hope Roller Blend. If you've heard me talk about this, it's amazing. So it's a combination, this is a pre-diluted roller, so it's a combination of bergamot, ylang ylang, vanilla, frankincense, and I think that's it. But it smells incredible. And there's a whole story behind this as well that I've talked about before. So someone will win that if you care to share your experiences. And if you have not yet tried the LLV and you would like to, and you'd like to set up an LRP in order to do that, then I will provide you with one of these beautiful diffuser bracelets. So if you've never seen a diffuser bracelet before, this particular one's got a little woolly type ball on it that you can drop your essential oil onto, and then you've got the, Ellie wants one, you've got the beautiful scent with you throughout the day, and then each day you can add something new onto it if you like. So if you want to go and set up an LRP this month, if you're already a wholesale customer, then I will give you one of these. Or if you are brand new and you want to enroll this month and set up an LRP for next month to get your LLV pack, then I will also give you one of these. And new people this month, there's another incentive going on. So if you're interested in enrolling, please let me know and I'll share with you what that is. Okay. I think that's about all I wanted to say. Excuse you. Does anyone have any questions? Any of my folks here that are on live? Anything you want to share while we're here? Anything you want to share? You mad that I woke you up from your nap? There's quite a delay when you're doing a Facebook Live, so if people are typing comments and I'm just sort of standing here staring, that's why. But if there's nothing that anybody wants to chime in or ask at this point, then I will leave you to post things in the comments section as you've watched, or if you're watching the recording. If you have any questions, just send me a message or post it below. And if you would like to share your experiences, just do that into the comments section, and I will draw the winner on Saturday morning. Okay? Okay. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Stay warm. It's freezing out here and snowing. Talk to you soon.